Okay, welcome pool fans all over the world. We're going to watch the girls final of the WPA World Championship played in Moscow. I'm Alex Lely. Next to me is Mike Kablukov. And we'll be doing the commentary.
Yeah, hello everyone.
They're playing a race to 9. Kristina Tkach having the home court advantage, if that is an advantage. She has been a delightful host on the first day that we came here. She and Valeria, and now I have to check for her last name.
Trushevskaya.
Yeah,
great, Alex.
They were our host, and they took us to the Red Square. We did a sightseeing tour, which was really nice. But with the everyday passing at this championship, Kristina has become more focused.
So once again, it's a race to 9 for girls.
We're playing in this tournament one on the spot.
Yes, according to latest changes to the WPA rules, so from now on, from 218, I think every WPA tournament is going to be played like this, and even the Euro Tour also, I think.
Absolute horror for me. I would like as a player and as a coach of players a little more play, so a little more fight for the initiative. But it is as it is.
Well, actually, you could probably shed some light on this one. Was it the Netherlands, like the origin of the previous ranking, like 9 on the spot?
The origin?
Yeah. Who just invented this one? No?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
No, sorry. So it's 1 on the spot. And the 3-ball rule. So 3 balls must pass the head string minus every ball pocketed.
Just a little correction. There is no such requirement to pass the head string, but only to break the line, to touch it, like the 5-ball does right now.
The 5-ball isn't breaking the line, I think.
Well, just let's assume it is.
Okay.
It's obvious that it didn't pass it.
So it's not the base of the ball, but
but the edge. Yeah, correct.
Okay. So, Woojin from Korea overpowered her shot on the 2. Means Tkach get a chance to draw first blood in this match. Tkach getting to this final with a win over April Larsen in the semi-final and drowning Trushevskaya in the quarterfinals 9-3.
Yeah, the semi-final you just mentioned was like very tense.
Yeah, April really played well, and you know, I think in the end it was that little bit of extra experience on Tkach's side that made her win that match. A very hard-fought match that was.
Well, depending on the draw, this could have been a very nice final. I mean, April versus Kristina.
Yeah.
They are friends in life. I think they made friends during the first edition of the Atlantic Challenge Cup. So since then they were able to meet once again during the same event. Friends in life, but rivals at the table. Yeah. It happens.
That's how it should be. So Kristina, I don't know if she got there. Here, Woojin, she got to the final, beating the title holder Chen from Taiwan, 9-4 in the semi-final.
The defending champion, yeah.
And in the quarterfinal, she beat Muramatsu.
Of Japan?
No, I'm wrong, sorry. She beat her friend and a colleague from Korea, So-So. 9-6.
Yeah, that's the girl Lee was playing twice at the APBU championships for juniors. They made the pair, the double. Unfortunately, can't tell if they won something, but still, based on what I've seen during these days, both of the Korean girls are pretty solid.
Now, this seems a wise choice to clip the 7 and play safe. I mean, I'm sure Tkach can cut that 7 ball in with the rest, but the difficulty added to that is to get out of the way with the rest after striking the ball. Tricky.
Yeah, that's why there is a need to always just provide some control of the rest with your non-shooting hand. Just like that.
Nicely done. Still a difficult shot on the 8. Now I would be scared as hell to get a heavy contact on the 8, because she's going to be slow rolling this ball. She's very good at that type of shot.
Well, luckily I didn't see many at this competition, but in the semi-final with Lee involved, when the girl from Taiwan, the Chen, was just trying to produce some sort of a comeback, I think it was stopped by probably a severe skid on the 9. I can tell for sure. I was going to review the video just to make sure. Maybe just she made the wrong cut, but it looked like. So yes, skidding is involved. Do you think there is a sure treatment for this kind of things? Like, I mean, skidding, because in snooker the players are just go crazy about this one. We know Sean Murphy is trying to invent something
using
like
more polish on the balls.
Yeah,
but now
yeah.
lately in snooker, the players are a big fan of town chalk, and for some reason the amount of skids has gone down by a fair amount. So I don't think you can cure it completely, but you can limit it.
Well, provided it's the cue ball collecting most of the dust, probably just cleaning the cue ball more often.
I'm not a scientist, but I think there are different types of skids.
Yeah, sure.
I've just been informed that April Larsen is going to join me to do the commentary, so that's awesome. So we'll be back in a little bit. So here joining me is April Larsen. She got to the semi-finals. We just talked about that, where she lost that closely fought match with Kristina Tkach. Welcome, April.
Well, thank you for having me. How are you doing?
Well, fine. It's nice to watch good pool.
It is. It's very nice. She's shooting phenomenal.
So you're in a very good spot now to share briefly some of your thoughts on your last semi-final with Tkach. Do you feel like it, or is it a closed book?
Oh no, it's honestly, I've never been so happy to lose a match before in my life, because I knew that I gave 110% that match, and there was nothing I could do the last two games, because I broke and scratched, and she ran out, and then she broke and ran. So, and at that point it was 7-7, so she just pulled ahead without even looking at me. So, and we're like best friends. We talk all the time, even though that she lives in Russia and I live in America. She's like truly the one person I know better than like anybody.
Okay.
So I was so happy to see her. go on.
Oh, good. Yeah, I watched that match. It was nice. A lot of heat.
Oh, yeah.
Many good shots were played.
Oh, thank you. We talked before the match, like the night before, and she says that she practices like 6 hours a day, you know. It's her life. And
yeah, but you didn't look like you look like you practice 6 hours a day. I mean, you were hitting the ball nice.
Oh, thank you. No, I have a job at Starbucks, and there we go. I have a job at Starbucks, and I go to school, and
so you simply cannot afford investing that much time into practicing?
Yeah, no, I haven't been able to practice much after school, but I have leagues and stuff that I use to try and sharpen up my game. Because before I used leagues as just a fun time to play pool. Now I use it as like a serious
table time. Yeah.
Because every table time.
So I'm sure you have a phenomenal handwriting. if you work at Starbucks, right?
You know, the handwriting at Starbucks isn't actually that good. We actually have to ask the girl what she wrote half the time because we're in such a hurry since it's so busy at Starbucks.
Okay, so let's check the match out. Long shot on the 2, cue ball close to the rail. The 3 ball is available, so it's making the 2 ball will win her the rack. Should win her the rack.
Will you try slow rolling the cue ball here?
Oh man. I mean, that's really all you can do to get shape on the 3, otherwise you have to hit it hard and try and bust it out.
How often do you have a chance to play on such a brand new cloth in the US?
Quite often. They like to replace the cloth every... Oh wow, that was a incredible shot to get position on the 3 ball. They like to replace the cloth for every big pro event.
I mean, the conditions were just close to what you are used to.
Yeah, these ones were very good conditions because you could tell, like, my first match, there was not a spot on the table. It was very professional. I loved it.
And this is a testy little shot here because she's playing a high ball. Cue ball will go forward. She knew or probably expected to have this leave on the 4. It's a steep cut to the side pocket or a bank.
The 5 ball sitting right in the pocket, so I'm pretty sure that she's gonna play whichever shot she's more comfortable with and just go for whatever the table leaves her.
Good point. Whatever shot she feels comfortable with.
Which was the bank.
In the first match of the day, the Hong Kong player Robbie Capito showed some incredible skills at banking, but unfortunately it didn't help him much because Pehlevanovic produced almost like robotic
he played
kind
great.
Of play. Yeah.
So this is twice a gross, or can she hold it? What do you guys think?
She's probably gonna go twice across just to make sure she gets the power.
Ooh. Well,
she got the power.
She got the power. She forgot to spin the ball though. She lost control. So how do you play? And I know it's sometimes difficult to see on the screen what exact angle she has, but
if she can like stun it over to the side with a lot of draw and put some spin on it and come straight back off, that's probably what I would do. But she's right on the rail, so it's gonna be tough.
And maybe just cinch the 6.
Yeah.
And see what she gets. Make the ball.
Oof. No. Okay. I for sure thought that was gonna go in.
Interesting position. Because the 9 will block the 7 to the same pocket. I think Kristina will. Well, I don't know what to think. It's either bump the 9.
Yeah, might come up in behind, but then you risk getting snookered by the 9.
But then, if she goes into it directly or playing rail first, I think I would play this with a little speed. I wouldn't try to finesse it because such a tricky and such a tight spot.
Right. She might just opt for it in the corner, in the far corner. Just come right behind the 9-ball.
Just stop it.
Well, she's playing for a combo.
Oh no. She's good.
Well, she's in line.
But too far.
Yeah, quite far.
And probably a little bit awkward with bridging.
Yeah. Now this is like in poker to have ace king. She could play containing safety.
Do you play poker, by the way, April? Because I have no clue about what
Well,
Alex just said.
you know, it looks tempting to play the 7, and she'll play it, of course, but she could clip the 7 and send it to the middle of the short rail.
That's true. And
Play
go
a
in behind
containing
the,
shot.
Go in behind the 9-ball.
Well, shot on for Lee.
Well, the position is going to be tricky.
On the we saw a previous shot from Woojin where she had to stroke that ball, and she overhit it and didn't get the spin on the ball. So this is the same type of stroke. She can't hit it too hard.
Oh no.
She undercut it.
Undercut it, and I think in order to get the cue ball where she wanted the cue ball to be. So
Yeah.
my guess is that on those stroke shots she lacks a little bit finesse at this stage at least.
Everybody has their uncomfortable shot, and I'm picking up that I think that's her uncomfortable shot, trying to get shape 2 rails down. Wow. What a
Smooth.
stroke.
Yeah. What's your uncomfortable shot? Or you don't want to share it? In
No,
public?
no. My uncomfortable shot is probably the so right by the side pocket when the ball's on the rail and you have a sharp
Frozen.
cut at it. Yeah.
that's-
When it's frozen. When it's not frozen, I can usually figure it out.
But
But
Well,
I
just
think-
one of the best advice from Shane and Boning, just don't put this cue ball on the rail. Yeah.
very true. Very true.
Very steep cut. She's even giving a little bit of check side, it seems.
Watch out the cue ball.
Short side.
Kristina Tkach is an 8-time European champion.
Wow.
Phenomenal player.
Very
phenomenal
phenomenal.
player. Yet, I do think that in this tournament, well, struggling is maybe a big word, but she's not flawless. I mean, she's working
Yeah,
and
of course.
grinding to get
Of
the
course,
results.
Agreed.
she's nervous because she's playing at home, so many fans around.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think so. Yeah.
I think she's thinking that if any year is going to be her year, this is it. You know, she's made it this far. She's come to this tournament so many times, just as I have. So I'm sure she's thinking, you know, take advantage of it while you can and while you're in this
sure,
position.
Just,
so you don't-
just April, like April said, it's now or never,
right.
Yeah.
probably.
Now this shot, I like to hit it the way she does, dig down and spin it. Because if you play it with a flat cue, it makes the shot more difficult. But if you play with a level cue, you know, it's difficult. You get a lot of skid, a lot of
Yes. Yep.
risk of skidding
From
the ball
my
a lot.
experience of playing in such conditions, which of course is not as big as yours, Alex, my observation is that it's pretty hard to throw the ball with the spin. It just doesn't grab.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, on the new cloth, you mean? The new
With,
balls.
with polished balls, yes.
Oh yeah, yeah, it plays different.
That was a great shot.
Good shot there. Woojin scoring her first point, leveling the score at 1-all. Break 3. Kristina's break. She's very good at controlling the one ball. I also noticed in the match that she played it with you.
Yes, very good. She did have a dry break against me, which was uncharacteristic of her. I was definitely very shocked, but everybody sometimes gets a little excitement built and hits it wrong a little bit. But this looks like a pretty wide open table. Obviously anything can happen since it's 9 ball, but
well, we're sorry just a little bit. I think nobody could hear what just April has just said. Could you please repeat it once again?
Oh.
You were muted.
Oh, no, it's okay. No, I was just saying that Kristina had a dry break against me, which was very uncharacteristic of her, but this break looks pretty wide open. She made a ball, so I feel like if she takes her time, does what she does best, she could be out here for sure. Great shot.
Yeah. Now, question is whether the 4 passes the 8 ball.
Right. Personally, depending on the angle she's got on this 3, how sharp it is, she could possibly roll up for it in the side, but then you risk not getting shaped to get onto the 6 ball.
Maybe just try to use the whole pocket, like maybe cheating it a little bit.
Yeah. But she's going to be needing speed to get to the 6.
That's very true. Good shot.
Yeah, nice.
And very nice angle.
Perfect.
Just a natural roll.
Yep.
Now let's look at how she delivers the stroke on this shot, because in general the girls and the women, they play this a little smoother.
Yep.
The men tend to punch this shot, take 2 rails to the 6.
Perfect.
Good speed.
Yeah, the problem when we slow roll it like that is you risk getting straight on the 6 ball. It happens quite often. You'll notice that we'll have to draw it out because we're just worried about making the ball.
Sign of tension, I think. She ended up a little short on the 7. It's either twice across. For me, this is always twice across.
Yeah.
I noticed that you prefer to punch the ball as well.
I just have way too many times hit it too soft and the table rolls or something happens funky where,
the ball skips,
Yeah, yep. So I always like to just make sure you make the ball. Just like that.
The system of MTB.
The system of what?
MTB.
Oh.
Make the ball.
Very true.
I teach a little bit, and then sometimes students, they want to know a lot of theory and how to aim. And I say sometimes it's just
make the ball.
Make the ball. Make the ball. See the next ball.
Well, after all, this is all the game is about, like make the ball.
Yeah.
Very true. That's
so
a very good shot.
The rules changing.
So
from one game to another.
Tkach really showing her experience here and her mental strength, because it hasn't been flawless, this rack.
No.
She had to work for it.
She did. But she got out.
She got out.
That was a break and run, correct?
Yeah. Good rack.
Very good rack.
So, what do you have coming up to look forward to?
I am actually going to the Moskovska Cup, and it's going to be the first time I've ever seen it in in person. And my sister got the tickets for Christmas for like something special. Yeah. I'm excited for this year's team. I mean, I know that America.
Okay. Yeah.
I know that America has struggled.
Yeah.
Even though, they're the best we have, and I'm not bashing them whatsoever. They try their hardest, and we all know that. But I'm excited for this year's team.
Definitely.
Ton of young guns.
Yeah. Listen, Thorpe
Yeah.
Woodward. Woodward and Shane, they got to the final at the World Cup of Pool.
Yeah.
Johan is there, and things are happening, and
Yeah.
it's definitely starting to look better and better.
Definitely.
And it has seemed sometimes in the past few years like the difference is big, but it's marginal.
It is.
It can
It
turn.
is.
It can definitely
Do
turn.
you think we will ever see a female player, maybe in Team USA?
I really hope so. I mean, I had heard through the grapevine, but I honestly don't know, so do not quote me on this. I would love if somebody could tell me if this is true or not, but I heard that women aren't allowed on it, but I am not sure if that's a rule.
Maybe just time to just get at least one female player on both sides.
Yeah, that would be incredible if that's something that I would be able to
Because
work
actually,
for.
I think it is the way the Moskovsky Cup started. Actually,
Woojin is playing all offense here. There should be plenty of elevation to get that cue ball
Wow.
airborne.
Nice try.
Yeah, and not. I see when I watch you girls play, you play jump shot, and I hear people compliment, and you just went over the ball, and I think, listen, these girls are so skillful, they'll jump with ease.
That's one thing I have noticed about Kristina is, if you leave her a safe, it has to be lock up because she's dangerous with that jump cue. Very
the
dangerous.
Russian juniors practice these types of shots. Like Fedor Gorst is a beast with the short stick.
Oh wow.
3 rails around. Difficult shot on a TV table. Wow, so smart. This is smart. Even though she didn't get there,
That was the
I understand why
go.
she played it
Right.
like that, because go forward 3 rails with inside English on the sliding table is
it's
tricky.
difficult.
Yeah,
Don't
it's
you,
difficult.
you think the decision was pretty dangerous because of the side pocket?
I understand her decision. I'm not, I don't know what I would have played or what the best shot would have been, but as April said before, the player chooses, a good player chooses the shot that he or she is most comfortable with.
Right.
Point.
It was a good shot, but
Yeah,
the leave is now there for
Very-
the opponent,
very
but
difficult.
she hit that with a smooth stroke though, so
Woojin getting a good opportunity.
I played her earlier in the tournament, and she beat me pretty bad. She's very strong when she's calm. I don't know if I would expect she's a little nervous playing on this tournament, but
Well, usually the players from Asia, they are famous for being very tough opponents in terms
Yes.
of mental play. They're mentally very prepared.
I don't know. Is that something that we think? Because they show less emotions? I don't know.
At least it looks like so. Maybe it has something to do with the so-called Zen or whatever.
Zen.
Like the overall philosophy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As a culture, I think
Yeah.
in general they're more humble.
Yeah, showing less emotions, that's a part of culture. Spot on.
But on the other hand, times are changing. I watch a lot of snooker. I commentate the snooker, and the youngsters from China, they have a different approach and demeanor at the table. This is a big shot here. She played it
Executed
nice.
very well.
Yeah. Because on a new cloth, if you play that with a little too much elevation, when you think you're playing top spin, it might stun a little bit. But she got there.
I've also noticed that many players struggle to get off that bottom rail. I don't know why, if it's just, like you said, the elevation kind of makes it stun a little bit, but I've noticed a lot of players coming up short on
Yeah,
shots like that.
that's because when the cue ball goes towards the short rail, it arrives rolling with topspin, and then when it comes out of the rail, the topspin is reversing the speed of the cue ball, so it slows down. It's also with the leg.
Yep.
With the leg, you see it very clearly.
Mm-hmm. Strong shot.
Yeah, she looks like she's calmed down.
I think this is going to be a very close match.
I love it.
Well, yesterday in the semi-final versus the defending champion, Lee started with 4 or maybe even 5 racks, opening racks. Chen took her time out and it helped just a little bit, but still not enough.
Yeah, I watched that match, and Chen, the title holder, really wasn't at the races.
No.
I don't know why or what or how, but it wasn't happening.
Well, Lee produced a couple of very nice safeties, which resulted in ball in hand for her.
Yeah,
Very true.
and Chen missed 2 straight in nines. I saw.
Yeah. Well, just one of them was like I described as a suspect for a skidded ball.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. Still, I didn't review the tape, so I can't tell for sure. But it looked like, because you don't expect a player of such caliber just to blindly miss it.
Exactly.
And it actually, that 9 I'm talking about was never close.
It proves, though, that everybody's human, you know? That everybody can have a bad match.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I like to refer. I think I'm the best at that. In the World Pool Masters finals, I missed 3 9-balls in the final. Yeah.
Oh, no.
And we saw Pegelainen against Jason Shaw in the World
Yeah.
Pool Masters quarterfinal. I think that's a couple of months ago.
Well, actually, I came a little prepared to be sitting here with you, and I got a question to you to share your feelings in that match versus Afrin Reyes at the World Pool Masters.
Oh, that one I won. It was against UK that I missed.
I see. The expectations towards that one?
No, what happened? It's a long time ago, but give me my 2 minutes, please. No, I was playing flawless. The second year I was playing better than the first year, so I was playing without my guard up.
Mm-hmm.
I was playing flawless, and then I started to think, wow, I'm in the final and I'm playing flawless.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sanjin.
Yes.
But I took my eye off the ball and I missed 1. Then I panicked, and then I missed 2. And then I, you know.
It happens.
It happens, yeah, it
happens. She really stroked that ball.
Yeah, she hit that nice super break.
Yeah.
And this is a little bit what I saw yesterday also, which is normal because she's playing for a world title.
Very true.
She's feeling the heat.
Who do you think is favored for this match? Or do you think it's going to be a tie?
Whoever wants it the most.
That's a coin toss, actually.
Oh, that was a beautiful shot. Unrewarded with the leave.
So this actually is a nice kick shot. It's not super easy, but if she comes off the short rail, plays to clip the 6.
Mm-hmm.
If she hits it thicker, she'll send the 6 towards the other long rail, and thinner, the cue ball will go towards the 7.
Mm-hmm. Side pocket. Maybe snooker. I believe that she's snookered from this angle is what it looks like.
Well, the top view is usually deceiving a little bit.
Yeah, it is, because the
in
shot
terms
is
of
on.
whether the ball passes or not.
Lee has already looked at the 7.
Yeah. So the
Yeah,
set is open.
yep.
Very nice.
Strong shot. I think you're right. I think she's calmed her nerves a little bit.
And it's also like if you have a good run as a player, good form, a good couple of weeks, it also depends what shots you're getting. Like, I'm sure that those longer stroke shots for Lee are challenging,
Yeah.
but it depends whether she's getting them or not.
Right.
You know, maybe next rec she's gonna have to come with one of those strokes, miss it, and then the match can turn.
Right.
I think only the real elite players can come with all shots.
Agreed.
Is she gonna punch it or topspin?
From the looks of it,
What's
looks
your
like
call,
she's gonna.
Alex?
Well,
What do you prefer? What do you recommend here?
I would punch this because it's tricky, and I would like to hit it with a little more authority.
Could you probably give a reason why the top players usually most often they punch the money ball, whatever, like, is it a 9 ball or 8 ball, whatever, they very rarely small roll it. So there was a punch.
Well, she wasn't decided yet on how to play it. I think
Yeah.
she was still.
You saw her cue go from
Yeah.
middle to a little bit below
I mean,
center. She
she's
couldn't
a
figure it out.
very skillful player.
Yeah, that's
and
a weird.
And if a stroke looks that weak, it's probably because her brain hadn't decided yet. Wow.
That could be costly. So back to the 9 ball. When it is like in the raking area, standard, you have a standard 9.
Yeah.
I see almost everyone just hit it with authority.
Oh, the
Never-
shot that she just
Yeah,
had.
even well, oh, maybe even a straight in or whatever. They never like it is available for natural follow, but still they hit it, like maybe trying to avoid
Well, it's-
something.
If you follow it, you can get a skid easier. If you punch it, you know, and you have you're a little bit nervous or edgy. If you punch it, you have more. It's easier to hit the ball with a positive strike. But I must say, with the angle that she had, if I can play that shot with top spin and a trace of outside to get the cue ball out 2 rails, but with a top spin stroke, that's the way I play it. And it's 5 years ago that I decided to always play it like that, and it has helped me because then I don't have to choose.
Yeah.
When I see that shot, sometimes the thought comes, okay, punch it, and say no. So I don't have to choose. I know what I play.
And I know several players who play the money ball with a little bit of help in English.
Outside spin.
Every time, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also think it's very cool that the referee. I think is it Andre?
Yeah.
Andre Serge.
Yep.
Yeah.
He used to play in this tournament, and I remember when I saw him every year at these, and now it's really cool to see him helping out and growing the event. It's very,
Good point.
it's very, what's
Whole.
the word? Yeah, whole and heartwarming to see that he didn't give up after he was done playing, you know?
No, and he's still, you know,
Well, he's not done. He's playing like at the senior level now, but
Right.
yeah.
like
Right.
Sergey, what's his last
Lutsker?
name? Sergey Lutsker. He's also a referee here. He's a little more firmly
as
built
far as I know, it
than
was.
Andre, and he finished semi-final on the Euro Tour
Wow.
6 weeks ago. So
Wow.
Yeah. Well, as far as I know, it was Andrew, like responsible for gathering the local referee crew.
yeah.
So that was the reason he didn't look that far. Like he was asking his fellow players, like Sergey, Artem is also involved here.
I just think it's very neat that the community of pool is so strong.
that
where,
they contribute.
Yeah, like where they're going places themselves, but then they look back and they go back and help where they started. It's
They
just
give back. Yeah.
exactly.
So you're going to be doing some refereeing in the future.
Yeah, and
You're dang
actually
right.
some of them shared with me that actually the reason they decided to help with refereeing is just to get to the other side of the event of the professional tournament and just to know even the rules better, because players rarely know all the rules. Some of them have never even read it, I think.
Yeah.
That's a good
Completely. I
point.
mean, the rules and regulations and all this stuff.
She missed it to the
Yeah,
the good side.
On the pro side, I think, maybe the push wasn't so good.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, the safety was on, like, so as a second option.
Very natural route. Now, with the 5 and 9 being where they are, I would look. Even if I don't see the right side of the one ball, I think I'd play it with a level cue and right spin. But the cue ball's fully in the way.
Strong shot.
9 ball.
Got the 9 ball moving for sure.
And the safety is there.
It's a nice distance for Kristina Tkach between the one and the rail
Yes.
to kick and stick. It's easy to stick the cue ball there. Of course, she needs to control the one ball as well.
Yeah, just take care not to make the one. It happens sometimes.
Yeah.
When you produce a perfect safety, but the ball is in.
Plus that 9 ball is there, so you never know. It could hit from this angle. It looks like if you were to hit stick, there's a chance it hits that 9 ball.
Yeah.
Or she could just opt to make it.
Yeah, she had a good view of the one.
I don't know, is the safe there? Wow. Great try. Yeah, like as you guys were saying earlier, with the table sliding and everything, I'm sure she thought that she had a bit of the rail to work with, you know, have it slide in, but they're getting played on a lot more often, so now
Well,
I don't think they're sliding as much.
Sometimes it's so weird that the shots that look similar, one of them goes and another just does not. So what's the reason for this one, from your experience? Of course, speed is, but provided the speed is just almost the same, yeah.
She definitely hit the speed, I think, perfect to have it slide in. Maybe just had the wrong spin on it. I mean, that's a possibility, because if you don't have the right speed in it, or the right spin, and it hits the side of the pocket, then it's gonna, you know, push it the opposite way rather than into the pocket.
Yeah.
Skrytý wind in Russian, right? Skrytý wind.
Well, I confess I have never heard this one.
Oh, it's hidden
Even
English.
hidden English, yeah.
Hidden
Well,
English.
you said it perfectly in Russian. Just every Russian would understand you, but I don't think.
But just not you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think she could see.
Yeah. Yeah, and even we saw her jump. I mean, she has no difficulty to get over that 5 ball if it be in the way.
Very true.
And it is.
Kristina just overrolled that slightly. Wow. Nice shot.
Yeah.
Came up a little short, but can't control the cue ball too much when you're jumping.
This is going to be a very difficult shot.
Maybe she would even opt for the safety.
No, if she can pocket the 2, she'll attack. Let's see. Oh, it's
Yeah, but
very steep.
yeah, where to? To the left corner?
Yeah, I thought left corner
Yeah.
and then loaded up with center left to go long rail, short rail, back to
You're
the
forced.
long rail.
You're forced to go around the table then.
Well, stay on that side with left spin, like a Efren Reyes type of shot. It's a 3 cushion type of shot. To go back to the same long rail with left.
Oh,
So she decided the opposite, going with the right hand English.
Yeah.
looks like that 2 ball might pass through by the 5 ball.
Yeah, it was a difficult route. So she tried a shot that wasn't there. That's how she missed the shot. difficult here for Kristina to get the topspin on the ball.
Look at that.
Wow.
What a
That
shot.
is superb. Of course, the U cloth helps, but with such a distance between the cue ball and the blue too, it was tremendous actual effort.
Still not out of the woods, yeah.
Would you just draw back about a foot?
Well, just. Yeah.
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 Okay.
And then maybe I would, I think here maybe you can choose if she's going forward.
She might have the angle to come off the bottom rail.
That's interesting. Nice.
Nice shot.
I wouldn't have the heart to play it the way that she played it.
Yeah, 2 great shots in a row.
I also noticed that with females, we opt for, if there's any chance of us playing topspin, we'll figure out how to use topspin rather than draw, because I've noticed draw is more difficult.
That's natural. That's the easiest of them 3. Like begin between draw, stop, or follow. Follow is always easier for everyone.
Tricky position.
Yeah.
Looks like she's still got it in them.
It's a very interesting match after that blitz final by Pelivanovic in the pupil division, because he ran over his opponent 1-9-1.
Definitely.
And now we see the other side of the coin in this final. This is like a grind.
Yeah, definitely. This will be a huge game for Kristina.
What do you prefer personally?
No, it's all good. I love to see perfect pool,
Perfect.
and I love to see blood, sweat, and tears. Like they say in the UK, a pint of blood on every shot. That's what it is right here. I mean, she's really working hard right now.
But isn't this style of play like draining you mentally?
Yeah, but you can choose. You can choose to be in the zone. I mean, we'd all be in the zone all the time.
That was a fantastic shot.
She's playing as it comes.
Nice shot.
A lot of hard work by Tkach.
You can kind of tell by her walk, she's exhausted from that rack.
Yeah. I'm here with Jan van Lierop from the Netherlands, and I work with him back home, and in this tournament, he has been playing well, and he told me it's so draining. He said, because he played just one match on a day, and he said it's so draining. I said, ta-da! That's pro pool. I mean, you have to give everything. You're up against skilled opposition.
By the way, Alex, we know you as one of the most famous European coaches around. So, do you take any kind of position at the Netherlands Federation right now, or like maybe official coach for the team?
Yeah. I work with
Nick Vandenberg and Niels Fine and all the guys.
Yeah. Well, I've worked a lot with Niels, a little less with Nick. I'm not working with Nick right now. But mainly with the younger players at the moment. So Tim de
we know that you take the guys to the Derby City.
Yeah, I did that 2 years ago. That's where we met.
Yep,
April.
that's where I first met.
Mark Bijsterbosch.
Mark Bijsterbosch, now European champion. Yeah,
wow.
he's playing really well. Yeah.
Marco Teucher.
Marco Teucher has moved to New Zealand.
Wow.
He's in love. And he followed the girl to New Zealand.
So he gave up playing pool?
No, he's now the king of New Zealand, it seems.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So, no, he's good. It's,
Us girls are nothing but trouble, I tell you.
I also got a question to you. Do you coach by Skype or Facebook or whatever, like distant coaching?
When I work with Niels, it's by Skype because he lives in Denmark. And maybe
you give some kind of classes to everyone who could apply, or
Well, I work with a couple of people from just amateur players from Lithuania, from Poland, and from Italy. You know, it's fun. It's Skype. It's easy. I make a coffee. I make a sandwich. I sit down and we work. And it's not as good as if I were there with them.
Yeah, sure, because you can not produce any kind of straight punishment for the
No,
for the
I
pupil.
can.
Yeah?
I mean, I can tell
Switch
them.
it off. Yeah?
I can tell them what to do. So I'm
That's
just
very
like a personal trainer, or sometimes we watch a video and we discuss it together,
Okay.
or they make a picture of a layout and we discuss it. And if I need to show something, I'll film myself, you know, with telephones, and
Yeah.
it's so easy. It's so easy.
April, do you have a personal coach?
I do not. I have never really had a personal coach. I had one person in specific who gave me like my basic fundamentals when I first started playing, and that was June Myers. And I try to give her credit everywhere I can because she worked with the juniors in America, where I'm from, in Minnesota, and she doesn't anymore, but she did, and I feel like a lot of people put her to the wayside because she doesn't work with the kids anymore, you know, but she started a lot of kids with their fundamentals, so I credit her to a lot of the smooth stroke I have, you know, and the staying down.
Yeah, good
that's
form.
the one
Yeah,
thing.
you
Yeah.
have good form for sure.
And by the way, we'd like to remind to our viewers that we're live on Facebook, so there is a chat. If you have any questions to pro player April Larson or Alex Lely, one of the best coaches around,
That
a
was
guy
the
with
best
a
part.
vast experience, actually, so just feel free to ask and they will give their insights, which are like priceless. Really, believe me. Having a good player nearby is very good. Like that's an opportunity to get into the player's head every time.
Yeah.
Good break by Kristina. Yesterday against you, April, she managed to not make the one ball. It came over the side pocket. How big is that? Or what were you trying to do?
You know, I was trying to make that wing ball every time because that seemed to be the one thing working for me. You know, you have to hit the rack nearly flawless to get that one ball to go on these tables. But sometimes you hit it and it goes in because you hit that perfect point, whether you were trying or not. But, yeah, no, I noticed she was, like I said earlier, she was struggling at the beginning of our match to get her break down. But she, I'm glad to see she got it down for this match. I mean, I haven't seen her make less than 2 balls on every break.
Well, this with the current rack placement, making the wing ball using the magic rack is almost a given. Don't you think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the trap. I think there's always a trap, and that's the trap, I think, because then you're gonna try, or I know from my experience and of players, that you then want to control your position.
Yeah.
And in doing so, making a cut break, etc., maybe you lose the cue. It's difficult. It's difficult.
Right. That's definitely the difference I've seen over myself in the past couple of years of this tournament. Is like every year I learn something, and the past couple of years the most important things I've learned is, number one, the break is the most important shot. You need to take it seriously. Just because the wing ball goes doesn't mean that you can just let up and make that wing ball.
Yeah, sure. Here you still have to drive like the other balls towards the head swing. The 3-point rule.
Yes, very true.
Are you still eligible to participate in the juniors next year? Or?
Yes, so next year will be my last year, and then I believe I have 2 more years in the Atlanta Challenge Cup, so hopefully I can make the team the next 2 years. That would
wishing you luck with this one.
Thank you.
It's gonna be in New Orleans.
Is it really?
Oh, you
I
didn't
did not
know?
know that.
Okay. Nice stroke
That's
there by
exciting.
Tkach.
Yes, great out.
Again, losing position slightly. Good win.
This is an example of having a good break does for you, you know.
Well, in modern pool, break is everything. Just whatever game you take, from one pocket to 8 ball.
One pocket, yeah.
Yeah, we've got a one pocket specialist. Alex Lely is the one, I think, who is responsible for bringing the Derby City format to Europe, trying to arrange these bank pool and one pocket at Deurne City Classic.
I'm a proponent. I'm not an organizer, but you know, we have a community and we're trying to make the game grow. You know, I think it's good to play all games, 3-cushion billiards, maybe even pyramid, what they play in Russia. 3-cushion, snooker, bank pool, 8-ball, last pocket. You know, anything to learn.
They all help you in some way, and they all affect some part of your game.
How often are you able to play like one pocket all banks?
All right, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I have not gotten the bug to play one pocket because all I do is if I want to like learn, you know, you have to watch, and that's a game to watch.
Yeah, sure.
Ooh, that's a game to watch.
Have you ever played some fun games like Cutthroat? They have the variety of them in America.
I actually.
So what's your favorite?
My favorite. Okay, so I have played bank pool a little bit this summer. I've kind of been trying to pick that up because it helps you with the easier banks. You know, like it helps you control the easier banks. Now I can not only make the bank, but I can know where the cue ball is going. So probably bank pool. Honestly, I'm getting that bug. I asked my dad if I could go play the bank pool in Derby, so we'll see if he.
Can I get the bank pool bug?
Yeah, can I get the...
Very, very difficult shot to attempt. Or rotation. Filipino rotation, like 61 rotation. Good game to play also.
Have you heard about American rotation?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you try it? What do you think about this one? Because I think the idea was pretty nice, and just I think it was Joe Tucker trying to promote several tournaments, but it just didn't get a go. I think.
Phenomenal shot by Kristina.
Yeah, good speed there. I've watched it. I haven't played it.
I also find a problem of mine is I can't find somebody to teach me. You know, like a lot of people in Minnesota will teach me how to play one pocket. It's just whether or not I want to learn.
No, but maybe one pocket. You know, straight pool is a good game to learn. Bank pool, you know.
I've heard from many people
You're
that
still young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I should learn them, but you know.
Now, this kick shot that Lee needs to play on the 2, what I like is that the cue ball and the 2 ball are at the same distance, almost at the same distance from the rail. So that makes it relatively easy to read the angle.
Yeah.
But she's opting for a 2-rail kick shot with the 2 behind her. She doesn't see the 2, which is super difficult to hit, so this was an amazing hit on the 2.
Definitely.
Very nice. I don't, well, probably because she felt it. The 2-rail shot.
The one she was more comfortable with at the moment.
So, straightforward containing safety, Kristina could play, cutting the 2 ball back to end behind the 5 ball. Giving the opponent 9 feet.
Wow.
All offense.
Wow. She's surprising me this match because she's normally a defensive player.
Yeah.
But she's going for a lot and it's working for her, but it's very shocking.
Yeah,
She must feel
shot.
very comfortable right now.
Now watch how good she stands still on the shot.
And that was perfect.
She
never
little
moved.
Fast, a little strong, but you're right on the form. She did not move.
Yeah, technically, just only the shooting hand was in motion.
Like a statue with a rubber arm.
And actually, that's the way you expect every player to try to perform on every single shot.
Now,
Would you cut this here?
well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's favored to make it. But here the cue ball travels away, and you must have a clear image of the path of the cue ball, what it will do, how you need to play the shot. Because if the cue ball goes in between the 6 and the side pocket, then it's a relatively free shot, and you should just bear down and float it in.
Yes.
That's what it looks like.
She opted for the save there.
She didn't like it.
After all, she tied the 5.
Strong. I mean, well, this is at least advantage because she can clip the 5, knowing the 5 will stay there.
Very true.
But you know, Tkach first, she played that 2 to the side pocket, offensive. Then she gets with an awkward angle on the 5, and she's so mature as a player that she recognized, you know, she
Maybe I
could miss that
shouldn't.
ball.
Right.
So the 6 is in the way. If the 6 weren't there, Lee could play this with a trace of right spin, go
Go
to the
2
long barrel,
rounds.
yeah, and behind the 9. She's playing differently.
Yeah, left English.
Yeah, hitting the
Apparently.
other side of the 5.
Try and get behind that 6 ball.
Oh, that's a nice try, but not successful here.
I'm sure Christina's gonna draw to the long rail and back out. Is that what you think she would do, or is she going?
Oh, no,
she's going
she's-
top.
Top
Oh.
spin around, yeah.
Okay.
Lee failed to control the 5 ball, I think,
Well,
on her previous
I
shot.
don't know. It was a free shot hitting the 5 on the other side. You're guaranteed to have that 5 on the short rail. So I don't
Could have
understand.
been she overlooked the option.
That might hurt. I didn't know if that 8 ball from the angle that we saw was in the way to go top. So
Well,
I
possibly.
I figured, you
yeah.
know. Oof.
It's things like these that make players like Tkach miss shots. It's not a flawed stroke, 9 out of 10, but it's more the path of the cue ball. A deep sigh by Woojin, because she knows that this is going to cost her dearly, or she expects it to cost her dearly.
She just doesn't look very comfortable. Which is unfortunate because when she is comfortable, we get a good show.
Yeah, a heck of a player.
I don't know, Christina's looking at it. How did the cue ball and the 5 ball end up? Yeah, she is snookered.
Well, good outcome.
Another shot from the distance for the Korean girl.
Yeah. You don't, I don't think she doesn't need to attack. She can play containing safety, bank the 5 towards the 6.
And have the cue ball come up behind the
8,
ball?
yeah. I mean, object ball first. At least don't give an open shot on the 5 and possibly behind the 8. Nice
Wow.
shot. Very nice.
She came with it when she needed to.
Good shot.
Yeah, it's funny. I didn't know the semifinals, since I've never made it to the semifinals, was a different race. So I'm sitting there thinking that when I played my match against Alex Booth, it's a race to 7, and I got to 7, went to shake her hand, and the whole crowd started laughing, and I was like, I don't know what's funny. And they're like,
Well, actually, I think it says the tournament regulations that for the single elimination you have extended race, and in girls division the single elimination starts with semifinals.
Yeah.
Or quarters, yeah. Was it? I don't remember.
Oh yeah, quarters, yeah.
Yeah.
Because quarters is when I was playing Alex, but...
Well, actually, there was a funny thing yesterday.
Very
The
strong.
9 is down. So yesterday, the guys, I think, the under 17 division, the semi-final they were playing, and the score update at the tournament desk for the head referee was a little bit off. Just it was late. So the scoring said probably like something like 6-4. And they noticed players shaking hands, and they thought the same. Just they were playing to shorter race.
Yeah.
So just they asked the referee, please go and tell them that they are playing the race to 9.
Yeah.
But it appeared that the score was correct for the players. Just
That's funny.
So what happened in rack 8? Kristina had that shot on the 2 to go forward 2 rails around the 8. She missed that.
And then
Was from the 5 to the 6.
5 to the 6. So, yeah, she missed that, and then her opponent missed as well. Left her a snooker, and she left a difficult shot that her opponent got out of.
So
Is that legal?
an unforced error by Kristina in the previous rack. And it all depends on the layout now after this break. I mean, if she has a shot on the 1.
I believe that's an
April is
illegal
spot on,
break.
yeah, only 1 ball down, so this is a legal break.
Wow. So this after the previous rack where Tkach missed that opportunity, you know, momentum could start to
swing.
change a little bit. Well, swing. Hey.
Swing.
Now, nestle up behind the
Go
2
on.
ball.
Great shot.
Very nice, very nice. And
Perfect.
what I like there, you know, it looks like a simple shot, but she took those extra 2-3 strokes to really make sure.
And really,
she
from
walked up.
Yeah.
from my own experience, it's very easy on once again on brand new cloth just to overrun the cue ball. You give it a shot you are used to, like with the same speed, and all of a sudden
Yeah.
you don't have a perfect safety.
Or often, for the same reason, it's underhit, and then the cue ball just dies.
Oh, but here Lee managed to marry the cue ball to the 2 ball, so that's a foul shot.
She was on the 6. That was a great shot.
Well, illegal break is not a standard foul, so Kristina Tkach is not on 2, but only on 1 so far. Illegal break is basically just a change of turn.
A change of tide, that's what we're seeing. If Lee runs out here.
I always try to make fun of shots like that if I miss and make a different ball. I just try to like laugh. If I laugh it off, I normally stay in my rhythm.
Yeah,
But
that's staying positive actually.
Yeah.
It's a very hard thing to do, but most of the coaches just they ask their students to try to keep positive all the time. But well, Alex, what's your best advice to deal with some negative thoughts that run through your head during the match?
Well, stay positive.
Especially when you are losing, like.
Yeah, listen.
And, I just
make a reset. I think the biggest difference between top players and weaker players is the ability to believe in a strong reset and to make the strong reset. So even if you're down 6-1, to go wash your hands or do something and start from scratch. That's the biggest difference, I think.
And for instance, we mentioned some uncomfortable shots. I think it's a kind of negative as well. So when you face your the shot you don't like, you should try to recompose and forget that this is your uncomfortable shot actually.
Recompose Pelivanovic in rack 2 of that first final on the 5 ball. He got up from the shot 3 times and downed the ball. He made it and never looked back. Kristina on the 5 ball 2 racks ago, she looked at it, didn't like it and didn't play it. So in the end it's about shot selection.
That was a strong shot right there.
Yeah, good stroke. Good stroke. This match is changing. So now Tkach, even though she's leading 5-3, is under the gun.
Yeah.
And it is Lee breaking in the next rack.
That's the challenging thing in pool. When you're in the what happens when you're in the chair?
She understroked it a little bit.
Yeah, it should be good though.
Oh yeah, she'll do.
Still 2 rails around.
Yeah, that's the good side of it. She has a natural route towards the 9. But with me here, my skid alarm would already start a little bit. Yeah.
Would you name some certain kinds of shots that are skid prone? Maybe like a stun or follow?
Yeah.
Which shots cause more skid?
Wow.
That's tremendous.
Well, that ball's never gonna skid if you hit it like that. Strong shot. So her strength is to thump the ball, and when she needs to spin it with stroke, it's her weakness because then she thumps it too much. But this was a beautiful stroke. One more. Make sure to overcut the ball if you miss it. Wow.
But she wasn't missing that.
No misses on the 9 this time.
Wow. She was 5-2 down.
That was a big game for her to get her confidence back.
Just like Alex mentioned, this rack could be a game changer.
Well, it's gonna go back and forth. I mean, maybe Lee for the next 15 or 20 minutes will be looking like the favorite. And that will put pressure on her.
Well, after all, it's alternate break, so you always get your chance.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a scratch on the break yet, so.
Oh, don't jinx him.
Oh, jeez.
Lee is on a roll, and she's produced a good break, enough speed for the 1 ball to get off of that short rail, but unfortunately I think she doesn't have a straight in shot on the 1.
Yes, she does not.
She could opt to play an aggressive safety, kick and stick, but it's very difficult to judge. She has considered to play a push out, hasn't found a nice spot to play the cue ball to. So this makes her reconsider the aggressive safety. As difficult as it is.
So you should go in rail first on this one?
Rail first, a full hit with backspin. Nice. She's gambled. and did not get rewarded. Almost.
So it's some distance for Kristina Tkach now.
Yeah, distance, angle. She cannot roll the ball, she has to stroke it. Cue ball quite close to the rail. This is a testing shot. After having been on the receiving end for 10 minutes.
Oh, managed to drive the one past the 5.
Good shot. Key shot here is the 3 ball. Nice angle. Making life easy, just getting straight on the 4 or on the other side of the aiming line.
Just a touch of stand draw here. Trying to get closer on the line, but still keeping the angle.
Angle. No angle. She's picked up her pace.
So she's going to cheat the pocket a little bit. Yes, that's it. And once again, she's almost straight in.
Yeah, so she cannot come around for the 8 to the side pocket. Doesn't want to. She'll draw back. She can't come close to the 9. Just play a stop shot, a stun shot.
And down scratch.
Nice. Good strokes by Tkach. Just like in her match with April Larsen in the semi-final, it seems that she's starting to play better in the second half of the match.
Well, it's a very good quality to have a second gear you could shift to, like.
Well, that's a mark of a champion.
That's true.
They have a little bit extra in the tank. Nice out. All started with Lee's choice to play that aggressive but difficult kick shot safety on the 1 ball. In hindsight, maybe look for the push out.
So it's 6-4 in a race to 9.
Big break coming up for Tkach. Very important. A good break with shape and a run out will give her a 3-game margin.
Oh, by the way, what do you prefer and what do you think is easier? Just having a lead or trailing and just trying to gain your opponent?
Well, it's always easier to have a lead.
But once you start losing it...
Oh, good point. Good point. I'm a better comeback player than a front runner in sports psychology. You know, you have 100,000 models and concepts, but there's one. It's called MBTI or action type, and you have players or athletes who are better front runners, very controlled, methodical. They start well, you know, and they don't look back. And you have better comeback players. I'm more of the latter. So, but still, I'll always try to get a lead, of course. But the best thing in pool is to come back at your opponent, and even though you're down in the score, you feel like hunting your opponent down, and you feel that he's feeling the heat. That's the best feeling. And the worst feeling is having the lead
And wasting it, yeah.
Yeah, oh, terrible. Nice angle on the 5 for Kristina. Coming round, 3 rails, 2 rails round to 7. Ooh, ooh la 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 la. Oh, the heat, the heat. Oh. Again, this is the same type of stroke that she missed, I think 3 racks ago when she had to come around the 8 ball. Like medium hard with top spin and a trace of outside. Same shot. Difficult this for Lee. The object balls are close in the pocket. Difficult on any table, but especially on a TV table. Lavushka.
That's it, in Russian, yeah, that's a trap.
Trap.
A trap.
How many Russian words do you know, April?
0. I know 0. I thought I knew a little bit, and I lied, and it was German. So.
Shame on Kristina then. She's
No.
your friend after all.
She told me that it was German, but you know, us Americans, I tell you.
So too thin, too thick. Sorry, too thick on the 5.
So it's time to come up with something special once again for Lee.
Yeah, well, she can cut the 6. Make
Yeah,
sure
the cut looks almost identical to the 5 she made 2 racks before.
but here she can let the cue ball travel and come up above the 7. So position and defense.
Wow. No,
She didn't get it all.
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it was a good pot.
That was a very good putt.
Wow. She's in a jam.
Would you go 1 rail here? Or would
No,
you
she
go-
can't. Well, she can. But I think here what I would play, but it's sort of an advanced shot, is hit it soft from the short rail. Just drive the 7 to the long rail. Sort of a 1 pocket shot.
That's about as good as you
that's
can
really
get.
Wow.
Well, actually, I've heard that 2-rail escape routes are easier because the target is larger.
Yeah.
I think she was pretty stuck on that 9 ball now that I think about it. I don't think she could have spun
Play
it.
2 rails.
No.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, she's hitting from the short rail. So this will probably bring the 7 and the cue ball in open space. If she would come from the other side, she'd stay where the trees are.
Oh
so
my
to
gosh.
speak.
She
Wow.
just made that.
She made one against you also like that, I think, yesterday.
Yeah.
A kick shot like that. Wow.
Actually, she went for it.
I think so. Beautiful.
These pockets are accepting a lot of shots.
Yes.
I've noticed.
Yes, they could be, one could argue that they could be a little tighter.
Well, for juniors, it's
Juniors,
a little bit too much.
Have you seen how straight they shoot?
Oh, that was a huge game for Kristina.
Yeah, she scraped that rack. Beautiful.
That's a punch for her opponent.
Which is unfortunate because, like you guys said, she made a strong shot and just got incredibly unfortunate on that leave
Yeah.
against the 9 ball.
But that's the nature of the game.
That's very true.
It gives you one more time and just it takes from you the next one.
I would have liked it to be 6-5 though.
Yes.
I would like it to get to 8-8.
Well, it's
Every
not out of the
time,
woods
yeah.
yet.
It's not over yet, no.
That was an incredible shot by Kristina. Wow.
If you're watching this on the live stream, please feel free to share. Share the link. Long tester for Lee. Difficult rack this.
Well, guys, here in the booth are Alex, Lady, Mike Kablakova, and April Larsen. So feel free to name whose mic is producing some noise here if you experience any technical issues with our streaming.
Quick look of disgust by Lee after she struck that 2-ball. She didn't like the position on the 4 that she got.
Well, she's going to be stretching.
Stretching, elevating, and the need of spin to come around the 5-ball.
Yeah, all kinds of uncomfortable on this shot.
She might have got away with it.
Well, and maybe even by pushing the 5-ball in that position, it's going to be easier to get on the 6 because the most obvious pocket for the 6 is blocked by the 8.
Oh, you know what it probably was? Me adjusting it because I was trying to get... I apologize, everyone, for the noise.
Well, you see, April is getting experience not only at the table but in the commentary also. Making probably her first steps. Have you been doing commentary?
No,
so
this
far?
is,
Oh.
I think, maybe like my second time, but
Also.
my first entire match. So,
Well, that's great. So thank you once again for being here with us.
thank you guys for letting me in. I apologize for the noise.
So
So the combo is on.
yeah, the combo's on, and you know, the cue ball's not where she would have liked it to be, but the good thing is that it enables her to get the cue ball safe. If she opts to go for the combo, dig down and hit with backspin, but she's gonna nestle behind the 9 or cut to the side pocket.
That's a contained safety.
Good shot.
Very nice shot.
Good shot. Now the same as before, if Kristina goes to the place the shortest distance, both cue ball and object ball go into open space. I would suggest her to come from the other side, hit with speed, and if she then hits the 6 on the left or right side, balls will go towards the 8, 9 and 7 to work for you.
Well, I remember it was Alex Pagulayan featured at some of the instructional videos, like explaining kick shots and kick safeties, and just saying try to get the cut on the ball, so just the cue ball and the object ball split.
Yeah.
Travel to different parts of the table.
In kick shots, I'm not a poker player, but I understand the concept of poker and of backgammon. It's about how many outs you have. So in kick shots, you choose a shot where you have a lot of outs. a lot of positive possible outcomes. A lot of будущее. Будущее?
Future, yeah.
Future.
I bet you can speak Russian a little. Based on the vocabulary I've heard. You know too much.
Showing off. Hey, this is going to be
It's getting
7-5.
closer.
Yeah, nice. Good win.
Very strong.
Good stroke. Good stroke on the 9. A good win in Rec 12. Narrowing the gap. 7-5. Still breathing down Kristina's neck.
Well, I feel for Andre here a little bit because I was refereeing the opening match of the day, and I was lucky with the pace of the game actually, and that just they were done with. The game was very fast, and it ended fast, and so just it's 12 wrecks already, and several to go.
Yeah, I was up in my room and we were watching it on our live stream because, you know, we're still not adjusted to the time zone, so we were sleeping as late as possible, and I really wanted to watch Kristina's match. So we were we were just watching it, and all of a sudden it started going really fast. I'm like, I should probably get in the shower and hurry up. I didn't think it was going to go that fast, and he had a goal in mind, that's for sure.
Yeah. Don't chase dreams, hunt goals.
Very true. Great
Hello.
break.
So, what's the key shot?
That's probably controlling the cue ball off the 7.
Yeah.
What's your call, April?
Probably getting a good angle on that 4 ball to get to the 5.
Yeah, I think so. If you're nice and close to the 5 with the proper angle, you can come in 2 rails towards the 7, and you know, you still need to do it, but you don't need to do anything special.
Oh no.
Okay. Not leaving a shot. Well, not leaving an open shot, but the carom, the 3-4 carom, is very much on. Uncharacteristic miss.
I can feel the nerves for her.
Yeah, if
Not
a
gonna
player
lie.
like Tkach misses a ball by half a diamond, it's a technical breakdown. She took her eye off the ball. Now look at the carom. She doesn't see it. She's looking at the safety.
Oh, where the 3 ball is going to end up in case of a carom?
Well, in open space, I think every elite, well, you know, it's on. It's on. She doesn't like it, doesn't see it.
Not a bad shot.
Not a bad shot. It's a good alternative. There's a window between the 7 and 9. So Kristina will look to hit it full or on the right side. She could make the 3, bank the 3.
Kristina made a cut shot into the side like this against me, so I would not put it past her to cut this in.
Oh, she sees part of the ball.
Did she cut it to the corner?
Into the side.
Oh.
She'd probably come 2 rails behind the 4 ball. Or 1 barrel straight across. Oof. She makes that, it's a different story.
Yeah. Well, she was pointing at the spot behind the 9. I think she expected or tried to attempt the 3 to the side and get that cue ball safe. Somehow she misjudged the trajectory of the cue ball. That's a
Got
good
a little
roll.
love tap there.
A love tap. Yes, that's what you said. That's nice. Yeah, that was a perfect kiss on the 8.
Not shy of leaving herself the distance once again.
Yes, she has
Come 2 rails.
some difficulty to stay down on shots. Some movement. 2 rails, punch it or float it, go forward. I think she's playing 1 rail. Ooh, that was a heavy contact,
Yeah.
but she made the ball.
The 5 ball slid for a while.
Interesting stroke here. Soft stroke it or draw out, punch it out to the long rail. Boom.
Oh, that's solid.
She's good at those.
Yeah.
She got out of a lot of tough situations like that this
Well,
week.
That's the way Ruslan Chinnikov was also always
played
playing,
it.
like driving the cue ball.
Yeah, but he has a big stroke.
Yeah.
So now 3 rails are this can react funny, the cue ball here. Played it well. Played it well.
Did very well. You're about to get what you wanted.
Yeah, yeah.
Close
I'm
match.
sort of feeling for Kristina a little bit because she's going through hell right now in her chair. I mean, she missed that 3 ball by half a diamond. She was straight in.
You can tell they both want it really bad. Kristina is wanting it so bad now. I believe that she's just trying to not let it get out of her grasp, which in turn is making it fall out of her grasp.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, play like it's nothing while it means everything.
Yep.
Yeah, once again, talking about mental side of pool, which is very hard. Probably the hardest part of the game at the top level.
It's the only thing there is, I think. You know, there's shot selection and you have smarter players or more skillful players, but in the end, it's it's mental. Yeah.
Well, I think about it as everybody's going to make balls and everybody's going to miss balls. It's who, like you said, who has the toughest mental, who's going to get...
Yeah, to just to hold it together. Now
Yeah.
it's not about doing anything special. It's about doing the simple things right. Broke the balls with a lot of confidence.
Cue ball got kicked by the 8 ball, I believe. Otherwise, it was sitting right behind where...
Yeah, spot on. That was a
It's
great
just sitting
effort.
there, and then, oh, the 3 ball. 3 ball comes and hits it. And you'll see she points at it here.
Well, she realized it straight away that the 1 ball is going to travel to the rail.
Yeah, she has a nice 2-3 rail route to get the cue ball behind the 3. Limit the speed, make the 1 ball go past the 8 and end up somewhere in between the 2 and 5.
And that is the way she's playing, probably. Yeah.
Little hard, but that'll work.
Yeah, I think for safety reasons she wanted to control that 1 ball, which is I think is good. If you're not sure of the cue ball, Play object ball first. Half ball hit, quarter ball hit, bank the 1 to the left side of the 5. She's looking at hitting the 1 ball on the left side, get that cue ball behind the 5. That's tricky. It's all tricky. Wow.
Strong shot.
Oh,
Very
super,
strong shot.
super shot.
I don't know. Do you think that she can see part of this one ball?
Oh, she's covered with the 5, I think.
The 5. Okay.
But no. Am I wrong?
It was an amazing shot because the double kiss loomed so large. She showed a lot of knowledge there.
Well, but now it looks like the shot is open.
Make the ball. Forget about the cue ball. She jumped up.
It looked like she played it with a little bit of left English. So probably it was also the reason for like throwing the one to the rail just a little.
Now she's left it open for Kristina.
Big opportunity. Floated in.
Nice shot. I feel like at this point, all she has to focus on is making this 2 ball, and then the rest of the rack is hers. I feel like this is the key shot for her.
But how do you play the cue ball? Hold it or come around to 5?
I don't know what she's feeling comfortable with. Just one rail it out. Great shot.
Yeah, nice. A lot of quality required on this 3 ball. It's almost straight. It's long. She wants to place it precisely on the 4.
Oh, just a stop shot probably will do. She decided
couldn't
to
get
bring
better
it
than that.
closer, just a little.
Now 1 rail. Niels can play this. Niels Vijay can play the shot beautifully. Just 1 rail.
I would probably go 1 rail, but a lot of comfortable players who are at this point in the tournament will probably go 2 rails. I know she opted for 1.
I think 1 is better.
You do?
I think 1 is better, but if you're scared, you're playing 2 rails. 2 rails, things can go wrong.
Especially with the small amount of space between the 5 ball and the 8 ball that you have to hit the rail.
On the wrong side of the 8.
Would you float this in, or would you go the 3 rails?
No, I think I'd go around.
Go around?
Yeah. Oh, she was straight.
Or stop it.
yeah. Good out. If she gets this 9.
Take your time. She's got to walk around the table.
Nice view here. Get to see how she delivers that stroke.
Nice shot.
Yeah, that's perfect. So Kristina Tkach makes the 9 to go on the hill.
Deep breath. Taken by Kristina.
A sigh of relief. That was a tense rack with a change of turns.
Yeah, Lee had that cut shot on 1. She did take. Big shot.
gimme, but for her, uncharacteristic to this, for sure.
Yeah. Well, if you want to win the final, you want to make those kind of shots.
Exactly. Extra motivation with those trophies being right there. The two players staring at the trophies as they're playing.
Yeah. Special to play just that final on the one day. Imagine to go to bed.
Knowing you're one of the only two.
Yeah, and getting to play that one final the next day. I wonder how she slept. So, break and serve for the match.
Would be neat to see a break and run right here.
Beautiful break.
I
Two
think
balls
that
down.
4 ball still goes.
Yeah, if the 4 ball goes, our main task is now to get from the 2 to the 3. Our view of Lee is blurry as her view on winning this trophy. Little space between the 5 and the side pocket to go twice across. But a center ball hit should get her there, should get her back to center table.
Stayed down, hit that flawless.
Yeah, you don't catch Kristina too often at not staying down.
Right back around. I feel like she got on the wrong side of that.
Yeah, it's good enough, but this type of angle is a shot that she has missed twice. But she's not that far from the 4.
How would you get shape on the 5 ball?
Well, go around, right?
2 rails.
Around 2.
For the
I think
play
she
for the
needs
corner.
to, yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Oh, she's got a little angle, so the cue ball will be driving towards the 9.
Ricky Evans there. From Missouri, I think.
Yep.
From Missouri, he lost in the
St. Louis.
quarterfinals against Jan van Lierop, my guy.
Do you know if his elder brother Nick's still playing?
He's playing, but not as much anymore.
So Tkach getting the extension out, floated in with a bit of side spin and get to center table. On this type of shot, to get to the 7, you want to position it perfectly, but myself, I'll decide if I find angle more important or distance. Personally, I like to be close to the 7. More important than having the proper angle.
You can do more with the cue ball if you're close.
Yeah,
It just
well,
develops with age.
Well, yeah, possibly. Depend. Some players they prefer angle.
The older you get, the closer you want to be.
Yeah.
I think we're watching the final 2 balls of the female tournament.
Hopefully for Kristina.
Strong match by Tkach.
Very strong.
She looked a little feeble in the beginning. Not weak, just feeble. Edgy. But she has held it together very nicely. Played a safe shot there instead of punching the ball, getting to the rail and out. just drew back, accepting the cue ball close to the rail.
Very good finesse shot.
Yeah, 9-6 victory for Kristina Tkach over Woojin from Korea. She wins her world title in the WPA Girls World Championship. Great match by Kristina. The first Russian title today, and who knows in the next final, in the junior final, who knows if Fedorgorst can win the second title for Russia today when he's up against Temujin from Mongolia. April Larsen, thanks a lot for having you here.
Thank you for having me.
It was great. It was
time to go and share some hugs with Kristina.
Yes.
It was great to see you in action here, and I'll be catching more of you in the future for sure.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, sure. Thanks for joining, Kira. Thanks for being with us, and stay tuned for our last match of the day. It's 3 p.m. local time. So thanks everyone.